What's up YouTube? It's Todd Horst here with Tasty Tracker. I wanted to do my weekly video today on more free. What does that mean? Well, we all want money, and I've spent an insane amount of time researching options, countless thousands of dollars, testing all the entire gamut of harebrained crazy ideas to run-of-the-mill theories, to testing out what different gurus are pitching, to paying for guru services, and building up my experience level. In the past year and a half, I've conceptualized and built this website. The original version was a Google Sheet that I had coded up, and once I got to a certain level with too many queries and stuff in the Google Sheet, it didn't make sense anymore to keep it there. So I built this website. And obviously, if you're a developer, you know the time that's involved in that. If you're not a developer, developing is like any other job where it takes time in order to build something. I think people take for granted the amount of time that it takes to think about how a feature should look and function, and then develop that, and then all of the issues that you run into. Oh, I didn't think about this. How am I going to handle that situation? Anyway, it's my full-time job to be a developer, and it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, and they wouldn't pay as well as they do. So me doing this on my spare time means that I'm sacrificing a lot of time to build this website. I'm not looking for a pity party. All I'm saying is I'm doing it because I want to better my own situation. I want to make my trading life easier. I want to make the lives of everyone else who subscribe to my site easier. So that's the whole idea, but I've spent a lot of time doing that. I've spent countless hours recording these videos, thinking of different ideas, scratching out. Some of those ideas don't pan out, some of them do. I've spent real money to get server space and equipment. And again, people think, I don't know what they think. I guess they think everything is free. Websites, while they're not as expensive as they used to be, you still have to pay for the domain and the hosting space, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm doing a lot of this myself, so I'm saving a lot of cost there, not as far as the hosting and stuff, but the development-wise. But there's actual money leaving my pocket to accommodate the website. So naturally, I feel like I should be compensated. And again, I'm not making this video to whine. You'll see where I'm going with this in a second. I realize that all of these bullet points are my issues, my desire to be compensated, the value that I put on my time and my work, what I've done here, and what I continue to strive for. I value that, and so naturally I feel everybody else should value that, and I should be compensated accordingly. But that, again, that's my issue, and the reality is that most people encountering me think the service should be free, because there are a lot of things on the internet that are free. We're used to using Google and YouTube, and these are huge platforms that are free, and if they could do it, surely I can do it, right? Not really. It's smaller as a small guy, individual guy. I'm doing this all myself, so I don't have the angel investors and the ability to just throw a website out there and hope that it sticks and capitalize and fund it later, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg or something like that. So through this all, I've been thinking about how I can grow my brand and my website, and I've realized that I need to give more and earn the trust of people before I can get subscribers, whether that's subscribers to YouTube or subscribers to my website. So some things I've tried. I've tried posting on Reddit, both helping other people out and posting website updates. Obviously making these videos. I've had the demo account since the website opened, where people can get in. It's completely or mostly unrestricted, and they could treat that as their own account. The data gets wiped out each night, but you can see how it functions and feels. And I've just recently added the no credit card when you sign up and the 30-day free trial. So I've tried to remain humble and be as personable and helpful as I can. I'm very clearly not trying to manipulate or steal money, be shady in any way remotely possible, so that way I can build a viable business. I'm looking at this long term, not as something in the short term. As always, I try to under-promise and over-deliver, both in my timelines and the features and their capabilities. But again, none of that is enough. Okay, so my vision. I was totally fascinated by the App Store when it first came out. If you were into technology at the time, you might have had a Windows phone at the time, which was more of a PDA, and those apps were easily $20, upwards of $50, and they didn't even have that much functionality. They were hard to use. You had to use a stylus. Everything was clunky. Nobody was using those apps, so there was no support. Apple comes along and releases apps for 99 cents. And they're high quality. They look nice. They function great. They might have a little less features sometimes, but sometimes they don't. They have complete feature parity with these Windows phones. And because they're so cheap, everybody is buying. You don't even think about it. It's so cheap, 99 cents. I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, it's really no loss. People lose $1 on the street every day. It's not, for most people, they couldn't lose $1 all over the place, but $1 here or there isn't going to break them. So I want my service to be an iPhone app. It's $9.99, which I think is a price that anybody can afford, especially when I keep adding feature after feature after feature that other folks would charge an insane amount of money for, $150 a month, and they're charging that for one feature or for two features. And if I continually add more and more and more features, it will hit a point where it no longer makes sense to not be subscribed to my website. So I want to be as high quality as I can, financially affordable to all. I want to be as inclusive as I can. And I want to make the profits from my site be through volume sales, not through individuals. It would be nice if we can all share the burden and have 1,000 subscribers paying $9.99 instead of 100 subscribers paying $100. It's actually easier probably to convince 100 people to subscribe to a service, even if it's more, than it is to convince 1,000 people. So that's one of the things I'm up against, which I have a list here coming up, but I forgot to add that one. So before I go any further, I really want to thank the 20 to 50 people that watch all my videos and give me comments and thumbs up. You guys are great. There have definitely been moments where I get a little depressed on the amount of traction I'm getting and some of the negative feedback that I get on Reddit and stuff, and I'll get into that too. But I really want to thank you guys for sticking with me and giving me ideas and putting up with the bugs in the site, or the growing pains, I guess, of starting a website. So most importantly, though, I want to thank the early subscribers to my site who are helping support my vision financially and putting up with, like I said, the bugs on the site, and as I build features and figure out how they function and how all the pieces of the puzzle fit together. Without those people, it's hard to get motivated to continue to chug away night after night developing the site if nobody's interested in it. And so again, I want to thank you guys a lot. So here's what I'm up against. There's an insane number of competitors, not necessarily directly, although there are some, but just generally speaking in the options space or financial space at larger. there are so many scammers, and basically everybody you talk to is so paranoid of getting scammed legitimately, and that they're jaded of any new service that comes out. They assume that it's a scam. I think you can tell, especially if you sign up with a real email. I don't spam your email. I don't sell your information. I take your security and all that with extreme seriousness, because, like I said, I want to build a long-term business that is reliable, and I don't believe you can do that by not being honest. You have to be honest in order to keep consumers and continue to build steam. But a lot of the place I've announced is on Reddit, like the options subreddit and other places, and everybody assumes I have some agenda to misinform or steal from or otherwise mistreat people, and it really weighs you down. I'm not used to having people assume that I'm out to get them, especially if I'm posting help on other people's post. I'll get flamed or whatever, and that's part of the trolls of the internet. I know I have to get used to that, especially if I intend on getting big, but it's just something that I'm up against. Another thing is sort of the fractured environment that the options users are in. So some are over here on Discord, some are on YouTube, some are on Facebook, some are on Reddit. You have all of these different places that we congregate, and some of it's like a generational thing where the younger folks are using Discord and stuff. I want to bring all of those people together on one platform, but it's hard to reach out to all of these different silos to make sure everybody's informed about all the features we offer and what's coming up and positions we're in and that kind of thing. But in order for me to grow, I think I need to swallow my pride, prove my value and trustworthiness. The rest will fall in line later, and so I really need to give more. So a couple of days ago, a week or two ago, I'm not sure exactly when, I started posting my trades on Twitter and on the options subreddit, Small Street Bets subreddit. I will start posting the trades on Discord. If more people want to join there, I only have one member at the moment on my Discord. You can find my links to all the different social platforms under the top navigation under the socials menu. So the whole point here is I want to publish my trades a bit more consistently and for free, for people to get a feel for the types of positions I enter and my win rate and overall profitability. That way I can show and back up what I'm saying, not just to the people that subscribe to the site, but to new people who are new to the site who or not members of the site at all. So that way it might prove my legitimacy. Of course, as soon as I make the trade, I enter it into Tasty Tracker, so the members will get alerted by email before anybody else, before I'm able to post on these other platforms. However, I'm going to try to minimize that time, so I'll post in Tasty Tracker, and then I'll try to follow it up on Twitter and Reddit, etc., as time allows. But for busy days like yesterday, where I did 9 trades and had a whole bunch of other tasks to do, I might not always post all of the positions, or maybe I won't post any. It just depends on my availability. But my goal is to overall give more away for free, with the hopes that people would become interested. So I guess I want your feedback. Let me know what platforms you guys are using, and if you have any other ideas on how to spread the word, any ideas on the website, what I need to add to convince you to become a member. Now, I don't just want you to join to support me, although that would be nice, but I want to offer you a benefit that makes you compelled to be a member and to stay a member. So what parts of your process are annoying or could be benefited in some way through some kind of automation or tracking etc. So if you could, give me a like, comment down below what you guys are thinking and what you need and any ideas you have, and then we'll take it from there and see where we can go. All right, guys, that's really all I had for this video. Thanks again for sticking with me, and I'll talk to you next time.